want to get yourself to an evening with actor Alan Ruck. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Speed, Succession. Great show over on HBO that just ended this past season. And the pride of Parma Senior High School. Coming back home. He's going to do a show Friday, May the 3rd, a couple of weeks away at the Agora, an evening of storytelling and Q&A. They're going to screen Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Be a great night. AXS.com for the details if you need them. I got a pair of tickets here for you for an evening with Alan Ruck. He's got a hot wife, too. Caller 10-216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show.
The official show of those weirdos who ride shotgun with their bare feet on the dashboard.
You're a weirdo, but let's do this.
On 100.7.
WMMS.
About 5 minutes away from another $1,000. We're back on it, giving you money from the Buzzard bookie. Only in the second day of it. So plenty of chances for you to win. About 30 past every hour on this show. So listen closely. A few minutes, I'll have it for you. We check in with Mike, who's checking in himself from the West Coast. Hi there, Mike.
Hey, Alan, hate the show.
How are you, man? What's up? How's it going on the West Coast of Ohio?
It's great. It's great. The weather is not so great at the moment, and they're saying tornadoes, but we'll see.
Oh,
You never
yeah,
know.
okay. Well, you take what you get, right?
Yeah. Well, you were. First off, it's hard to get a hold of you guys these days. I think it's because I probably calling from a blocked number or whatever. They don't like to answer me. But I did want to comment on the Rob Schneider sort of woke grifter marketing comedians kind of thing. I was visiting a friend in Seattle just a few weeks ago. And we went to go see Tom Segura, fully packed out. It was funny. It was a good show. And he then, after the show, my buddy shows me this video of the same week Jim Florentine is on Fox News saying Seattle hates comedy. And it was just like the weirdest thing. The night before, Joe Coy was in town too, packed show. So it's just odd to me that that people think that way. I think even Mary said it one time how there's kind of woke people they can't take the joke or whatever. When I don't want to say lazy, I think it's much more that in highly educated places, people don't want simplistic sort of shock.
Well,
jokes,
but that Seattle
right?
Comedy Club thing was really weird. I think Florentine was on this show the day that happened. And that Florentine, there's a comedy club in Seattle that canceled Florentine and 3 other guys because people in the community complained. It was like Metzger and a couple other people. And it's like, these weren't people that were at the show and complaining. These were people who were complaining that these comedians were going to perform at a comedy club. So that, to me, I'm trying to keep an open mind, man, but holy cow. I mean, listen, the club can do what they want, but and another club picked them all up, I think. Mm-hmm. So one club, they can run their business however they want, boy. But once you start letting people who are not at the show, these aren't customers. These didn't even sound like potential customers. These probably weren't even people who are hip to what Jim Florentine does. They probably heard his name. It was Dave Smith, Luis Gomez, Florentine, and Kurt Metzger. And all of them are known for being. Jim. This says all of them are being known for being right of center or unwoke. I guess I didn't know that about Kurt Metzger. I don't care. I think he's funny. I haven't seen him in a minute, but it's just very, very strange. And you can run your club however you want, but you're not going to be able to do it. That's not a sustainable model.
Sure. But I mean, I like Jim. I saw Jim 10 years ago, and my stomach was hurting. But I would say the place that they were at is not really a club. It's like a newer club. It's actually like a Thai food restaurant by day where they move the tables out. And then they usually have open mic nights where it's comedy, poetry, and music kind of things.
There you go.
It's not right. It's like a glorified coffee shop.
It's got Todd Berry written all over.
Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say that's a good explanation of a marketplace, but yet that's the marketing tactic to get your name out there, to get on the news, to rile people up. there's common ground there where it's like, hey, I'm a comedian. I need to sell tickets. This is how I can market things. And there's also like a little bit of political grift thing where it's like, yeah, Seattle sucks. I thought it was a beautiful city when I visited there.
Yeah, I love Seattle. I separate the grift from people who are just right of center. I mean, there are people who just don't buy into a lot of that lefty stuff, and that's fine. That to me is different than the grift thing. But to your point, I don't even know what the hell we're talking about now. Okay, thank you, Mike. I appreciate the call. There's Mike checking in from the west coast of Ohio. Ryan wants to do. No, how's Bill doing on the No Sex Talk? Well, so far so good, right?
I mean,
Mary still has her $50.
Mm-hmm.
And
he left Dr. Pole alone.
What's that?
Whatever you just said. What was it, Dr. String Pole?
No. The Incredible Dr. Pole, P-O-L.
There it is, Incredible Dr. Pole. Yeah, I was waiting for that one.
It's a great show. Great show on Disney about a Dutch veterinarian who works in rural Michigan.
Like giving a pause when I would assume there'd be a sex joke, and he hasn't said it.
But there's $50 on the line.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, is this every day now?
Yeah.
You give me $50 every day.
You are going to make $50 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
An extra $50
extra
a day.
$50.
An extra, yeah. I'll go down from making $80 a day, making $30 a day. Because I'm giving you 50 of it.
Well, that's right. The word was not coming to me, and a bunch of people texted me in the break. Aspic. Aspic is the meat jelly that we were talking about before. That's called the savory gelatin. They make it with meat broth, and it's got those are called aspics. And it's got to be like Depression era stuff, right? I mean, they go, or British food or something, they go way back.
Like, can't you just, what do you need that for? Is this before they learned that you could just bind things with an egg?
Maybe.
And some breadcrumbs? Like,
maybe.
I mean, if they just have a lot of aspic, they're like, might as well use it.
Where are you getting aspic?
From the bones and the like all the leftover stuff that they're like, hey, we got to use this for something.
This.
It was described.
Native American style.
Meat aspics were made before fruit and vegetable flavored aspics. By the Middle Ages, cooks had discovered that a thickened meat broth could be turned into a jelly.
I mean, have you ever let gravy get cold? It becomes
or even just
gelatin.
grease in general.
Yeah.
Bacon grease.
A detailed recipe for aspic is found in a book written around 1375. Oh my God. In the Middle East, there was a version of the dish prepared with Iraqi carp.
Fish gelatin.
Assalamu alaikum. Could I have more of your Iraqi carp aspic, please?
That's so nasty, dude. Use that to make a candle or something. You don't need to eat it.
Yeah. We give you this money here. Oh, think of all the meat gelatin you could purchase for your family. Win $1,000. And then we've got hot celebrity gossip. Lest anyone think that we were going to blow right past that. We're not. $50 on the line. Who cares? Hot celebrity gossip on the line from Perez Bilton. But this is $1,000 from the Buzzard Bookie. So listen closely, and I hope you win. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Bank. That's bank. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
This is Hot Celebrity Gossip with Perez, Bilton. Ooh.
What's up, my goslings?
I thought that was going to be it.
Yeah, little goslings. Just waiting for some hot goss from Goss Daddy Bill. All right. Henry Cavill.
That should count.
No, you can't.
No.
Hot goss?
That is in no way even
it's called
remotely.
hot goss.
Yes.
Goss Daddy? Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
What's up with Hester Prynne over here all of a sudden? Calm down.
Jury's
God.
out.
Jury is not out. The jury is in. You are a maniac.
All right, Henry Cavill out as Superman. Been out for a long time, but he's got a new role coming up. Fatherhood. Cavill and his girlfriend, Natalie Viscuso, are expecting a child. She was spotted last week with a baby bump, and then he confirmed that, yes, It's his baby, and he's very excited. And according to inside sources, while Cavill is excited to be a father, he's not excited to have to explain to his new child why he didn't save Kevin Costner in Man of Steel. It still doesn't make any sense. It was one of the dumbest moments in a superhero movie, and I'm still mad about it.
Oh, yeah. Faux shiz, faux shiz.
Coachella was a big success this weekend. They didn't have to pay any overtime fees. There was one moment that kind of stood out as amateurish, and that was Grimes doing her DJ set. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but she fully apologized that she didn't really know what she was doing, and she is sorry. And according to inside sources, as bad as she is at being a DJ, she's still worse at naming children. Her kids' names are so dumb.
X75-3.
And then one's like Midnight Meniscus or something.
Well, it's Elon Musk's kids, yep.
All right. And finally, Courtney Love is in the news. She did an interview where she was just bashing everybody, saying Taylor Swift isn't anything special. Beyonce didn't need to make a country album, and who cares about it? And saying that Lana Del Rey needs to go away for 7 or 8 years and then come back. But according to inside sources, you came from some town out in the sticks to become the modern Stevie Nicks. You had the guts a lot. You know what? This isn't doing it for me. Alan, can you just play this?
You bared your soul. You showed us your whole. Courtney Love. Don't throw it all away. Courtney Love. Don't you go changing Courtney Love. Courtney Love.
And that is all. The hot goss for this week.
This is Hot Celebrity Gossip with Perez, Bilton. Ooh.
You know, I made out with Courtney Love back in the day.
I've heard.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Who'd you punch in the face, Vanilla Ice?
Backstage. What's that?
Who did you punch in the face?
Who did I punch in the face? Vanilla Ice?
Yeah.
Was it Vanilla Ice?
Yeah.
So you're kissing celebrities
Wait.
and punching
Were
other
you
ones?
confusing? Were you thinking I punched Courtney Love in the face at
and
some
you
point?
made out with Vanilla Ice. I
No.
couldn't remember which was which.
No. Made out with Courtney Love. And, got Vanilla Ice tried to punch me in the face, kind of glanced me, and I got one in on him.
And you knocked him out and then grabbed Courtney Love and did a dip with her. And
She was a Schubert dip.
Uh-huh.
Oh! Okay. No, 2 completely separate events.
Yeah, he didn't knock out Vanilla Ice and then scoop up Courtney Love.
That would be great.
That's what I
rescued.
Nope.
I'll save you from mediocre rap.
Nope. Just punch Vanilla Ice, and then I gave the thumbs up to Tone Loc. And that was an 80s throwback thing.
That's a great story.
Yeah. No, Courtney Love had done my show, and they were in town that night. And she goes, "Oh, you should come say hi before the show." And people say that all the time, right? We've all been in that situation. And you go, "Okay, I will." And she's like, "Oh, well," she said something like, "Oh, yeah, we'll make out or something." I go, "Okay, I'll be there." And I showed up. We made out. I called her bluff, Bill,
Hey,
is what I did.
I think it's more like you accepted her invitation.
Well, yeah. I said, "You don't know who you're talking to, baby." Hey, Jordan, hello.
Hey, Alan, hate the show.
Hey, thank you. What's up?
Hey, you guys were talking about the meat gelatin, whatever that was called. I can't remember the
Aspic.
term you used. Aspic, yes. So I don't know if aspic is exactly what Arby's roast beef is, but I did work there in high school. And
Yeah.
I can 100% confirm that Arby's roast beef is a meat gelatin that gets cooked in a plastic bag.
Oh,
Cooked in a-
no.
Then how is it so delicious? I love Arby's
it
roast
is-
beef.
So do I.
I love it too. I still eat it to this day, but I'm surprised that someone on TikTok hasn't taken this and blown it up yet. But the secret to Arby's roast beef is it is a formable meat Jello in a plastic bag that gets steamed to, roast beef perfection that we all know and love.
Arby's is a Ohio company. The pride of Boardman, Ohio. That's where the first Arby's was. And I love maybe since you worked there, Jordan, you know this unequivocally. There's all these different explanations for the name. Some people go, "Oh, RB is RB for roast beef." And other people go, "No, it's the initials of the guys who started it." And other people say, "No, it's an acronym for America's roast beef yummy something." What is the actual thing? Do you know?
I do not know the answer to that one, no.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I wish I could come up with something clever off the top of my head for what it stands for.
No, that's
but
okay.
I'm
I thought
not
maybe
as good as you are.
No, I thought maybe you knew because you work there, not like okay, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate it. He's getting a call from another planet. Their Wikipedia page says they want the Raffle brothers, Forrest and Leroy, started it in Boardman, Ohio, and they wanted to call the restaurants Big Tex. But that name was already being used by an Akron business. Instead, they chose the name Arby's, a phonetic pronunciation of R and B, short for Raffle Brothers. So not roast beef, but somebody else I heard say that it was an acronym for something. Anyway, Arby's. God bless them. Now, you really do, if you have any culinary intersection in your life with any kind of fast food, you really do have to put it out of your mind. Because I don't know what I thought they were doing there. Like you go to Chipotle and they're making the food, right? You can see them do it. A lot of other places, you don't see them do it because you don't want to see them do it. And I've never worked fast food. I never had that job as a teenager, right? I worked fine dining. So just in that, I saw what was going on in the kitchen. So, for a chain franchise thing where you're working high volume and it's mostly frozen, you shudder to think. But I don't care, man. Those Arby's roast beef sandwiches, pretty good. They're pretty good, boy.
Not for like $19 or whatever they cost now.
Yeah.
Just get the minis. Get the little slider ones.
That's not enough.
Well, Bill, when I was a single man, you know how I liked my roast beef.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not enough roast beef for me. I don't need a mini.
I'll tell you what, that's right.
I need a Big Bertha. Wait, what chain had the Big Bertha? Is that Rally's?
No, isn't that Hardee's?
Hardee's, one of them.
Right, but it's like Carl's Jr. and Hardee's are the same thing. So it's
I remember my dad would talk about going and getting a Big Bertha. I never had one.
Big Bertha is... You're thinking of the Big Buford is Carl's Jr. Yeah, Big Buford.
So my dad was getting Big Bertha on the other side.
Yeah. I think Big Bertha was the name of the burger place that Weird Al worked at in UHF.
Was it really?
I think it gets, and then she throws them out and chucks them up into the air and they fly through the parking lot.
The Big Buford is Checkers and Rallies.
Oh, no, that's Big Edna. Big Edna.
Big Edna.
Big Edna.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Got it all figured out. Thank you, Jordan. We've got to take a break here. I'll have those Social D tickets for you. Social Distortion is doing 2 nights in Cleveland. Mike Ness and the boys coming back to perform for you. 28th and 29th of September. I'll get you a couple of tickets for that second night around the corner here. So we'll do that after the break. 35192 to text for anything else, and you can listen anywhere.